guys, hello, and welcome back to the Flower Files. We once again have a very special guest with us, and I don't think you would know off the top of your head or guess what kind of guest we have tonight. I know there's a lot of guessing and guests. But I'm here with Mom and Amber and Miss Carrie, and she is the owner of Turnage and Watts, a beautiful and incredibly designed invitation company. And I'm so excited to sit and talk to you about these things. And I was just like fun baseline questions and just talking, but I'm so excited. So excited.
No pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure at all. That's very sweet. Thank you.
Well, I wanted to ask you to introduce yourself, how you got started, a little bit about your business, and what lights you up, what makes you excited.
Okay. Well, I've started back a number of decades ago in corporate events. I did that for a long time in New York City, and about 2006, I went out on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Again, doing corporate events, and around when I was about 50, I decided I wanted a little bit more, to do just a little bit more. Corporate events are great,
Mm-hmm.
but there's not that that warmth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
more like sterile in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. You're branding, and they're lots of fun,
Mm-hmm.
and there's lots that go into them, and the people are great. But I just wanted something a little more.
Mm-hmm.
So I just decided. I got a couple of invitations in the mail, and they were very different from when I was younger, where it was just copper plate text, and that was it. And now there's so much detail in them, and they're beautiful. And I thought, wow, well, that might be kind of fun. And I'm entering a new chapter of my life. I had gone through a divorce, and I was on my own, and I was the proverbial middle-aged cat lady. So I figured, hey, let's take a chance. So I just decided I would do that, and it kind of took off.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I go ahead.
No, you're good. How, when you said corporate events, were you the planner part of it? Did you what did you do in those events?
I did all of the graphics,
Oh, okay,
everything.
gotcha.
Yeah, I did the branding
Okay.
and marketing. I worked in marketing. I was an art director in
Oh, that's
publishing
cool.
in New York.
Wow.
So that was fun. So yeah, it was a lot of fun events. Big
Wow.
big events. There was lots to do.
What was your favorite one?
Oh, I don't know.
Or at least what comes to
I
mind?
like doing the
when you talk
Time.
about it?
I used to work for Time magazine, so we did Time 100, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah. Why is that funny?
Amber. She's like, oh my god. It's the people that you
Time?
Oh yeah, I worked at Time. I worked for American Express Publishing. So it was Departures, Travel and Leisure, Food and Wine. I did some fun stuff for kids. That was actually a really fun one. I did a lot of kids promotional things for SI for Kids, Sports Illustrated for Kids, and Time for Kids. Wow. So there was the Sports Illustrated Kid of the Year. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was always a fun one.
Wow.
So. That's cool. God, the people that you had to have met, in that part of your life, that. Is there anyone that sticks out to you, or that you?
I met Tom Jones. I met Tom Jones once. Do you know who Tom Jones is? I am so dating myself right now, but
I was like,
oh. He was very handsome, very tall. Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, living in New York was just kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Working in New York was fun.
It's all very fast paced.
When I first, I kind of was kind of naive at 29, which is when I first went, and I just decided, the most difficult thing to do is to find an apartment. So I just decided, one of my sorority sister's sister was moving out of her apartment. I'm like, that sounds great. Mm-hmm. I can find a job when I get there. And I just moved. And it was a little more difficult than I had anticipated. And so I did all kinds of jobs. I worked at a comedy club at night. I worked catering on the weekends where I would do book signing parties at the top of the World Trade Center. And then I would do weddings in beautiful, beautiful apartments overlooking Central Park or in the Village.
Wow.
I would do the midnight shift for a while underneath Citibank, sublevel C, for all the PowerPoint presentations. So
Wow.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I've done
Like
a lot
all of the
of
things.
stuff.
So out of all of the like choices that you had, why weddings?
I think because I like to get to know them, know the couple, and really kind of discover what makes them them. And I came from a small town. I like the warmth. I like the touch points.
You like the connections.
Yes, that's a very good word. Yes, I like it. And I miss that. I mean, with corporate events, there's just not that connection.
Yeah.
And I really like
can
it.
imagine you started out in a small town. You went to the big city. You had a lot of fun. You did the corporate stuff, but you wanted that personal connection again.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And that's when I moved back here, then yeah, it was I needed the calm. It was very fast paced, and I lived in Manhattan 9/11 and the blackout the next summer, and then Sandy, the 100-year storm, and I'm like, okay, I've had a good run here.
Yeah, you're like, I think I'm done.
Let's chill for a while.
Where were you 9/11?
I was in the Upper West Side. Yeah, I worked in Midtown. Yeah, that was not a fun time.
Yeah, that's quite an experience.
The city did really come together and rally, and that was very nice to see.
Yeah, I always loved the comparison that like the best day in U.S. history was 9/12.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. All the things and all the people, like all of the experiences, like it's just, and this is why I love doing podcast stuff, because we wouldn't have had like, I mean, I'm sure at some point we would have had this conversation, but like I wouldn't have asked you these questions, like unless we were able to sit down and talk. So that's really, really cool. So the next question that I wanted to ask is about your process, because I know you had mentioned getting to know your couples, and Sammy is a great example.
Oh, she's so awesome.
And we had a podcast with her as well, but I think she is going live in May at some point. But yeah, I wanted to ask you, like, what is your process from start to finish with?
Can I totally interrupt and derail?
Sure.
I want you to tell your story of the name of your business.
Oh, those are my grandmothers. Those are their maiden names. And I wanted it to be about family and tradition and unity. And so I thought about it for a long time because I'm type A. And so I decided to name it after my grandmothers because my parents had me when they were very young. They were 17. And so I was raised by my grandparents and the town of Elon, North Carolina. And my grandmothers used to have these they called them, was come as you are parties, where they would send out on the little chain around the town to come as you are. And if you had rollers in your hair, you came. And they sat and played bridge and smoked cigarettes and had a great time. And my brother and I wandered around and listened to all the conversations, and it was just fun. Wow. And they were community gatherings, and so that's how the feeling that I wanted to have about the business. I think when you're planning your wedding and you have family things and your parents are involved and you have work, and it's just a lot. It's a lot of pressure. And I don't want couples to feel that way when they work with me. I want them to feel calm.
Yeah.
And so I named it after my grandmother's. And then I have 9 suites that are kind of touch points, because I want to try, we have a conversation and I want to understand who they are as a couple. Do they have pets? Do they have family traditions? What kinds of styles do they like? So in the conversation, I kind of show them, oh, here are the 9 suites that I have. Which ones do you like? What do you like about them? And that way it's kind of a conversation. I'm not, because they don't know. I like copper plate, this font or that font. And the 9 suites are named after the people that helped raise me in the town, my grandmothers, and then, the other people. Miss Josephine, she lived across. She gave me an 1811 penny when I was born. Because it's just all the little wonderful people that helped just make my childhood wonderful.
Yeah.
So I knew that had to be shared before we talked about your process, because it really lends itself to who you are, how you are, and what your process is. So sorry, thanks for letting me do that.
No. Yeah. So I really love what I do. I liked what I did before. I love what I do now.
Well, you can definitely tell. It comes out in how you talk. Like, you can just tell that it's not just like, oh yeah, this is,
nice.
It is what it is. Like, it, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the question of what is your process?
So we have a conversation. I mean, I'll try not. I get into the weeds and the details because I'm type A, so I'll streamline it. We have a conversation. We explore the 9 suites that I have, and then I find out about all the different types of things that make them uniquely them, the couple. And then I kind of do my magic and make their suite unique, so that when their guests open it, their guests understand that, oh, this is Sammy and Chris, or this is Madeline and Alan.
Yeah, that they can tell that it like reflects them as people.
Yeah, I set up a portal where we can communicate back and forth, so everything's kind of streamlined, so they don't have to go hunting for emails.
Yeah.
But it's
Our resident tree frog is yelling in the background. Not
yeah. Wow. Huh. Okay. That's cool. I think one of the I would say two of the most memorable invitations, at least in the detail shots that I've seen before. One was Bren McCann, and she was from PA, but she got married down at Camtaqua, and her border around her text and her invite was like the campgrounds and little touches of like the water and the boats and like some of the fruit that she had on her tables. Like it was really cool. You could tell that it was an event. It wasn't just like oh yeah, they're getting married, we're gonna go show up, then we'll come home. Like it was for the people and for the family, and it was really cool. Really, really cool.
Well, this is their first documentation of their life together, and that's important.
I know
documentation
I know I'm gonna have
isn't a great
mine
word,
framed. Like my flat lays are gonna be framed on like in my house.
It's your beginning of your first chapter.
Yeah, and
it's nice.
And
it's important
one.
Yeah.
So, okay, so another question, because we're talking about your process. So, not just paper, like you don't just use paper, and all of the setups that we've seen and been together in different expos and things like that. You have an amazing setup, and you just all your stuff I love to look at. I'm like, ooh, what's that? Oh, I love this. Oh, I've never seen that before. But what else can you use other than just like a vellum paper sleeve or wax seals or ribbon or like what's the embossing or something like that, or do you have a press or something where it's like textured, because that is my favorite.
The letterpress. You like the letterpress?
Yes.
Yeah. Letterpress is awesome. Letterpress has been around for a very long time. I send my stuff out to professional printers, I don't do it on site. I wish I had a C&P press. They're the big old, they have the huge wheels.
Yep.
So, and that again makes it very special. It's a vintage technique, and when you do it
I
on
was say it's
handmade
very
paper,
Bridgerton.
yes, it is. It is.
Yep.
And each, when you do letterpress, each piece then is done individually, which is very unique and very different. And if you do it on handmade papers, become pretty popular in the past few years, then each piece of that paper is handmade.
Yep.
So everything is just very unique, very tactile, and
very thoughtful. What are some of your favorite things that you love to use?
I do like the handmade paper. It is really
okay. Me too.
It is really, really nice. And now you can do digital and handmade paper. There's so many combinations that you can do to fit into people's budgets and still make it very unique and very beautiful.
And still make it like, what's the word I'm looking for? I know you said unique, but there was a word that popped in my head and now it flew out.
It'll pop back in.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it will.
Is there a lot of like ribbon and different things that people are adding in? Like what kind of trends do you see now, like within the past year? Because I know for us, flower wise, things have totally shifted compared to what it was last year.
They're still very big on watercolor, everything watercolor. Watercolor wildflowers are very popular for the fall. Watercolor venue illustrations, that's very popular. They love that. And that you can use anywhere. And then I like to give it to them in a frame. Afterwards. It's pretty.
So how do you get that? Like how do you get the watercolor thing of a venue? Like
typically I'll do it. I have a Procreate on the iPad, and I can do it on the iPad. It's not as messy as it used to be.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm really busy, I have a friend who also does it. That's all she does. And so depending on the timing, because some people wait until the very last minute.
Yeah. What's your kind of like time frame then? Like if you like say somebody's getting married next year, like next fall, and they come to you like today, when's the closest that you think that they should come to you and like start the whole process?
If it's for the invitation, I would start at least 6 months out, because if you're going to be doing handmade paper and letterpress, that's going to be the most time consuming, and that's going to take a month or two, because it comes from different places. The printing takes longer because it's each individual piece. It's not shooting out of a machine, which is pretty easy. If it's save the date, you got to back it up a few more months. And so the further out you start, if you're ready, a lot of couples aren't ready yet. They're still a year out. They're still working on getting things set in stone.
Venue and all the pieces.
But the sooner you do it, the better off you're going to be. The less stressed you're going to be.
Yeah. Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten-free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungryroot. Now, Hungryroot is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, paleo, different preferences and things like that. So what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungryroot team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day-to-day life, and I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre-applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website, and I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungryroot. very true. Very, very true.
And that's not what you want. You want to enjoy this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's been like a general consensus. Everybody has said nobody on the outside looking in really understands the turnaround time involved in planning a wedding, down to the very minute details.
Right. Well, they're not going to know what you do. They're not going to know what I do because this is their first time.
Yeah.
So they're looking for guidance. Yeah. And,
absolutely.
And yeah, you want to try and help them out and keep them calm.
Yeah.
Let them know that because there's so much going on. There's just so much.
Yeah, there is. How, like, what is your biggest wedding that you've had to print for?
I did a wedding, Anna and Devin, in the Baltimore Museum of Art, and it was beautiful. And it she had an A and a B list. There was probably 300 people. It was a big wedding. Yeah, they came up in a rolls. They're just beautiful. She had a couple different dresses.
Wow. So all of the things.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I think she did a little movie about it.
Oh, that's cool.
She's adorable, yeah. And they just had a little baby boy.
Oh, wow.
A few months ago. Awesome. Yeah. So
I love that.
It's very sweet, yeah. They're very cute.
What is your opinion on stamps? I wanted to ask you this. Okay. You have, like, Instagram and Pinterest are very pretty for, like, like detail shots and all the things, but like the functionality of sending these things out, do you have to like package them individually and send them out, or do you have like, because I've seen stamps that are vintage, I've seen them that are like $12 a piece and they're like massive, like I know it adds up. So, and I've seen tons of videos of people using black envelopes but like a pretty ink or something, but the machines don't read it through and they don't hand it in, they just plop it in the mailbox. So like how do you get around some of the functionality with the pretty and like the detail and like, you know, the mailman not technically really caring about your wedding invitation? Like, how do you do?
Yeah, don't upset them.
Yeah.
Do not upset them. I'm very good friends with my local postal ladies. They are awesome. So it depends on the weight of your suite, the weight of the envelope, and what's inside of it. It also depends on if you're going to do a wax seal and it's going to be on the outside. Now they've just changed the way they do things, and it's going to be non-machinable or hand canceled. They will not put it through the machine. It will not go through on your end. It will go through on the other end. And they will charge you an extra, I think it's 44 cents for non-machinable. So you have, yes, it used to be at their,
it adds up.
Yes, it used to be at their discretion, and now it's not. So the more pieces in your suite, and the thicker it is, because they have a little slit that they slide it through. So if it gets stuck, it's automatically non-machinable. So if you have a number of items in there, a big ribbon that has a bulge, it might not go through the slot, and then you have to tack on, it's either a 1 ounce stamp or a 2 ounce stamp plus the non-machinable charge.
So what's commonly in a wedding invitation? Like so you have the invitation. If you're doing paper, what is all in there?
They're what you call 5-piece suites. That would be an invitation, a details card, an RSVP, and an envelope. And so all of that, depending on your paper, if you're going to use thicker paper and letterpress, it's going to be well over an ounce, and you're going to have to go up to a 2 ounce stamp. Nowadays, the popular thing to do is 120 pound paper and an invitation with a details card, and they'll have RSVPs on the wedding website. It makes it easier for everybody. You save on the postage on the RSVP card.
Yeah.
You save on, you can keep it under an ounce typically. If it goes 1.001 ounce, they charge you 2 ounces. And the scales vary. They tell you they don't vary, they vary. Yes.
Depends on the humidity, and it depends on the day, and it depends on all
So
of
when
the
you
things.
start adding vellum to it, that's going to make it heavier. Even though because it's the smallest little, you're talking under an ounce or two. So that's when I tell my couples, when you're thinking about your budget and what you want, the information you want to convey, and then how much you want to spend, and how many pieces and what you want in your suite. An envelope liner adds another bit to it.
Because they definitely are.
We talk about it. I mean, there's so many different combinations. So we generally talk about it and figure out what would work within their budget and still accomplish the look they want. Yeah. And then don't forget to put in the postage into your pricing structure.
Okay.
And with vintage stamps, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. But they are more expensive because there's a limited quantity of them. Yeah. So you have to, and that varies greatly from who you get them from, and sometimes can be expensive. Yeah, you're talking maybe you could do $4 to $10 an envelope. Wow. Maybe more sometimes, right? And it gets expensive. It's beautiful. And then if you're going international, you have to have a global stamp, and then it gets a little more complicated. Yeah. And
that's why it's just Facebook is like, here you go to your international people.
It's absolutely beautiful. So I always I will take the suite once I get the printed suite, and I will take, if it's an international address, I'll address it. And if it's a U.S. bound address, I will take them to my post office and talk to them, have them physically weigh it. Yeah. Look up the address on the international. Am I addressing this correctly? Because the worst thing is if it doesn't get there, and if they toss it, because that's another thing. When you go to mail them, take 25, 30 at a time. Don't take 100, 150 and hand them to them. They do not like that. They do not like that. No, take it, or go to where I am. There's 2 local post offices, so split it. Okay. It just makes it a little easier on them, especially if it's hand cancel, because they have to sit there and stamp each one, and that takes them time. Yeah, it takes up a lot of time. You think about it, 200 envelopes, or even 100 if you have if they have big parties or something. But still, that's a lot. It takes a lot. It is. It takes a lot. Yeah. So. Wow. But the vintage stamps are very pretty. Yeah, they are. They are so pretty. Some of the ones that I've seen are definitely not what we would have today, but they're really different. They're really cool. Really, really cool. And don't buy stamps on Instagram. Just go to your post office. Don't buy them on Facebook and Instagram, because they're all fake. Oh. Yes, do not do that. They're fake. I didn't know that was a thing. I stumbled upon these 2 adorable young men who they love stamps. I don't remember the exact name for what it is that they do with stamps, but I found their video. I posted it on one of my blogs about fake stamps, and they tell you all about why they're fake. It's worth a listen to. So how do you identify them? But your best bet, just go to the post office. Yeah. Or work with somebody who knows. If you want vintage stamps, work with somebody who understands vintage stamps.
So the post office had a whole big promotion about wedding stamps that were coming out, and I was really excited. And I've stalked the post office 4 times since it was supposed to have been out, but our post office hasn't gotten them. And the lady finally looked at me and she was like, you can just go to USPS and order them online, right? I was like, yeah, you can do that too. No. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
But see, now you have a new friend.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, she's super nice. We take her flowers. I like her.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Yeah, we always try to say thank you. If anything, they make the world go round.
Right. Exactly.
Without them, I don't know what we would do.
Right. Yep, exactly. Yeah. And typically they're very nice people.
Hopefully, unless they've had a very cranky customer come in.
Yeah.
Well, Mom, Amber, do you have any questions?
So I want to ask an awkward question, and I'm gonna apologize in advance. Everybody's like, oh God, everybody's eyes just got really big. I'm sorry. Okay, so in today's world, everything's digital. Do you get feedback, pushback, or comments about like, why are we doing this when we can just send out an email?
Rarely. Most people don't.
Good.
They prefer to get their RSVPs online. It makes it less complicated for them. And I think, what is it, Gen X, Gen Z? I don't even know what we're on yet. I don't even know where, and I don't even know where Y went. Wasn't Gen Y something for a while, and now it's gone? So I don't even know what happened to them. But they so now I forgot the question. So they digital. So I think they're used to doing everything on their phones. And so it's easier. But now with the whole grand millennial craze that came around a couple of years ago, and more people are reminiscent of the 80s and 90s, and everything was very, very family oriented and community oriented. And they like feeling and touching the paper. And you
I will say it's very nice to get something in the mail that's not a bill. Like it's like, oh, like that comes in the mail, and I'm like, okay, yay, I want to open this. And other things, I'm like, that can go in the mail bin.
Yeah, right. I think I've noticed that a lot of people are ordering more samples. They want to see samples. They want to feel the paper. They're very particular about the paper, which is good. Paper can make or break it. Paper is beautiful, just beautiful, and the different printing styles, just beautiful.
Like the different textures. Do you ever get asked about like different edging or textures or things like that?
Yeah, deckled. I just did a deckled edge. That's pretty popular now because some people don't want to put money towards handmade paper, so they do this deckled edge where they have a special ruler that they rip it and it resembles it. It's still cotton paper, but it resembles. So it's a different price point, and so like I told you, there's so many different things that you can do now. It's so much fun. It's like playing. It's fun.
Yeah. There's no invitation or no set that's like the same.
No. Yeah, exactly. We can start out with one of my semi-customs, but we may start out with Miss Athleen for 5 different weddings, and they all 5 look totally different.
Wow, that's awesome. I love that. I love that. That's incredible. I don't think we have any more questions. I think we've covered all 6 of them in like all of the questions. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody here tonight. I want to ask you to come back again, and then we'll have more questions, and then just have more fun, because I love hearing about this stuff. Like I could come play with paper too. I love it.
You're welcome anytime. Come on over. Or I'll come there. I'll bring my whole kit there.
You come see the flowers. You did say that you wanted to come see the flowers at some point.
I do. I remember when I was working with Sammy, and she sent me photographs of she had just left, you guys, and she sent me the florals, and she was so excited, and I was like, I have to meet these people, because look at the emotion that they have created. And she told me all about her experience, and I'm like, that is so genius and immersive and wonderful. I have to meet these people.
And I see it all the time.
It's nice. You bring a lot of joy to people, and that's a lot of times that's rare, and that's really nice. I like it.
It makes my heart happy.
Yeah.
But that's what flowers do. Flowers are supposed to make people happy. That's what you do. You know, I can't tell you beautiful. How many times I've walked up to do a delivery. You knock on the door, somebody's like, "Who's at the door?" They have a scowl face, and you see flowers, and they're like, "Oh!" And it's like it changes. People change when they see flowers.
Yeah,
and then it makes you feel good because they feel good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
that little like
nice.
added touch.
It's nice. It's just a warm, cozy feeling.
Yeah.
Community.
Exactly.
Yeah. Always. Well, I am going to close off the episode here. Thank you again to everybody listening, and I hope you need to check out Instagram on this episode, because I'm going to post some of the photos from her website and just some of the details and things like that of her incredible work. And I hope to have you guys listen in. I was about to say come join us. But you're not joining us. You're listening on podcasts and things like that. Amber, will you explain?
But wait, they can join us. They can ask us questions.
Oh, yeah, I lied. Join us on Patreon, please. I totally lied. Today's been a brain fart day, so here we are.
Look, it started out raining this morning, then the sun came out, and now it's kind of gloomy. So,
and it was thunder. There was thunder too. I was like,
geez.
1, 2, 3. Where's the lightning?
All right, you guys, thank you again for listening this week. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, all the places at Wildly Native or at the Flower Files. You can reach out to us by email, phone, or the website. You can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible,
any of them.
Yeah,
all
anywhere.
of the places.
We're out there.
Yeah, go ahead. Listen.
Yeah. And you know what? If you're listening, share us with somebody.
Yep. We have lots of listeners now, and we cannot wait to keep expanding this. So thank you all so much for joining us this week. We hope that you have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you again in a week. Weeks,
days, whenever. Listen to another episode. Hit that play button.
All right, guys. Have a good week. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, just dropping a line to tell you about Patreon.
So I asked them, meaning Mom and Amber, what is Patreon anyway? Because I honestly had no idea. So we're going to explain it to you from our perspective so that you understand and so that I understand.
Because the first time I saw it, I was like, Patron? We're drinking tequila? Great. So Patreon is for less than a cup of coffee, those fancy coffees that y'all like, a day, you can sign up to become one of our members.
A little family.
Exactly. And what does that get us?
It gets us some freebies, some special episodes that other people do not get access to. You can interact with us on a special platform where we can ask you questions and interact with you. It's tons of fun.
And even on those special episodes, we might be less censored than we are already. And we're going to have a couple fun ones that we can just kind of throw in there and talk about and laugh and go on tangents and have fun. So I hope that you all enjoy it, because we're going to have fun along the way. We're crazy excited.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Back to the episode now. Bye.
Gracias.